Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Yes, people. Smash the likes on the way in. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. I've sent the links out to people, but to be honest, I don't know who's coming on. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, bro, to be honest, like, I fucking don't even think people want to come on, to be honest. They're so depressed. Shout out to Pulpy, who did have the energy to come on. What's going on, mate? What's going on?
I mean, like, probably going to shock some people here, but I mean, I can't defend that shit tonight. You can't. Even somebody like me will try and find the positives or something. There's nothing in that you can take from that at all, whatsoever. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong from the fucking start of the game. The formation is like, oh my, what is going on there? And then just shit show after shit show. And I thought, I generally thought at half time, right, there's no way we're going to end up losing this game. And then it come out and it got worse. And then they could have scored 8 tonight.
Bro, it's the same as United, bro. Like, I'm coming away from the game, yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, we got lucky tonight. We got lucky tonight. We got lucky tonight, yeah. That Donnarumma made another couple good saves, and they were kind of wasteful, and we got lucky on a couple of the offsides, like holding the line. Like I said about 2 weeks ago, yeah. I by the way, the poll is in the chat if you guys want to fucking vote on it. So there you go. I said about 2 weeks ago, yeah, and people didn't agree. I think we're getting worse game by game. And I said it 2 weeks ago. I was like, if you actually deep it and go through the results and go through the performances, I think the performances are getting worse.
I think that's the thing, innit? We're playing shit. When we had that bad run last year, we could have easily got some wins out of them games. In this, we don't look like we're able to break teams down, man. We don't. We just don't. We haven't got any answers, and that's not like us. And let's be real. We are in the midst of a massive injury crisis right now. We can all see that. And players that you sign like Gehi and Semenyo aren't going to fix what's just happened tonight because they wouldn't be able to play anyway. They can't play against Galatasaray. But like, yeah, we're missing key players, man, again. And that has to be a question of us: is what the fuck is going on there? It just comes to it's January.
I know we're using. I know we've got injuries, yeah, and I know we've got injuries. However, I just think personally that the way the team is set up I just think it's fucking hanging a lot of players out to dry. Yeah. So if you bring up this comment here from Chris, yeah, the defense. So people are talking about our defense and how like fucking injury hit our defenses. Yeah. So protect it. Play 2 players in front of it to protect it. We don't. We play 1 player in front of it.
I think tonight he's massively underestimated the opponents, which is
we just got beat off Man United and we should have got beat fucking 6-0. That's everything you need to know. He should have been coming into this game going, we should have got panned 6-0 off United. We're going to make sure that we fucking don't lose this game. Because remember, yeah, a draw tonight still would have been dog shit. But it still only leaves you needing to beat Galatasaray and you secured top 8. We now are not guaranteed top 8 football, Pulp, because we lost the game. You can't say, oh, LB, or, you got to consider the defense. The defense is young and inexperienced. Protect it then. Protect your fucking defense.
I don't think he coaches that anymore. I don't think he will. I don't think Pep can set up with 2 defensive midfielders. I just don't think he's got it in him anymore.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
He won't do it. We know he's got to play.
Just get fucking cooked on defense all the time. It's not fair. It's not fair on the midfield, and it's not fair on the defenders. People fucking cooking Rodri tonight. Yeah, Rodri wasn't great tonight. He's on his own. Look at the fucking highlights after the game. Yeah. TNC was showing the highlights after the game. Every time they got the ball, 1 pass, they're behind him or sprinting past him. And he's on his own. And he's probably thinking to himself, what am I meant to do? What am I meant to do? And that's happened to Nico Gonzalez this season. And that's happened to Rodri. Everyone wants to fucking roast Rodri for it. How about fucking get someone else next to him, man, and help him out? I just think that for me, like, he's just not getting it right. These tactics are shit. Why have we changed tactics from 2 months ago when we was playing?
I have seen you mention that a bit, mate. And it's all good and well playing counter-attacking football, but how do you counter-attack against Bodo Glimt?
No, I'm not saying that specifically.
I know what you mean.
I agree. I said that before.
The counter-attacking thing is a good thing to have. However, how can you counter-attack against a team that?
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I said that before.
You have to find a way through, and that's what we can do.
Yeah, no. When I was speaking then, I was speaking more generally.
Yeah.
But I agree. You're not gonna Bodo and fucking play counter-attacking. No, I take the point, and I did agree with that point. Yeah. But I'm just talking more generally there. Like we see London. I genuinely think 2 months ago, fucking that was the best version of Erling Haaland I've ever seen at Manchester City was about 2 months ago. Yeah. When we was playing that deeper position. Now we're playing this possession thing. We don't create nothing. And then when we lose the ball, our midfield's absolutely roasted. I just think he's leaving a couple of players on that pitch hanging out them to dry. Rodri, before that, it was G. Now the 2 centre-back. I don't know, man. I just feel like fucking Pep's just getting it wrong, man. And like I said, I'm not Pep out, but I'm at the point where the first time tonight I felt like, is this the start of the end, man? Do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not got a good feeling about this situation, man. I can't lie. Elliot, what are you saying?
Not good, man. That is not good. Like, on top of the derby as well. It's very, very concerning. Obviously mentioned it to you and chatting it, but like I said to you last stream, man, me and you did. Rico Lewis is not good enough to play for this football club. Our troop, man. I get the point of midfield. But we play midfield tonight, and I don't know what he offers, man. I don't know what he offers. For me, you'd get much more out of a South American kid called, like I said last time, Echeverria. He'll put himself around. He'd get stuck in. We just look, and I think Pulper said this the other day as well on stream. We just look a little bit heartless, which is not something what I think it was either you, Puppy, or Jay maybe. We just look like we're not nowhere near, and I don't know what it is. It looks like the players almost think, "Oh well, is what it is." Like these teams are like going to roll over for us and let us win. They're not. These teams, Wolves on Saturday, man, they'll fancy the chances. I know you might laugh at that, innit? But that is no walkover.
If anybody laughs at that, they're a fucking idiot, bro. Yeah, if we
that
don't go into that Wolves
walkover
game, full fucking send, 100% locked in, you'll drop points there again.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Haaland, I'm not sure what's going on with him at the minute. What do you say? Like Rodri, just stupid. We're gonna call these players that, innit, I suppose. But like, I'm not going to stop putting blame on Max Lane and people like that, because listen, if other people around them can't help them, then we're struggling, aren't we? And this arm throwing, what's this arm throwing about? Why are your players now throwing their arms up in the air? And do you know what I mean? I don't like that. That's not what we should be about, innit? My personal opinion, anyway.
You can't.
They need to wake up. They need to wake up, LB. Yeah, I know. I'm not. But Elaine in the fault for why we've lost that game tonight.
I agree. Well, he kind of low key is a little bit, but I know what you mean. He's not. But on the same time, don't take it personal at it. Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah, but he should have known. He should have done better. Yeah, but just the way we're playing, for me, like our defense is getting cooked, our midfield's getting cooked, and our attack's getting cooked. Anybody tell me I'm wrong on that?
Right. So I've mentioned this a few times over the last year or so. The incessant need for people to say throw the kids in, throw the young lads in, let them play. This is what happens, man, when you play players who aren't good enough to play at the top level. They make mistakes. I know what happens. Elaine's made mistakes in the derby. He's made mistakes tonight. He had made mistakes in his other games. He's just not at a level where you can do it. So you're wanting people to... Somebody said to me tonight, why is Elaine playing if he's struggling? Get him off at half time and put Fooney in. I'm like, are you serious? You're going to take off an inexperienced kid who's playing and put another one in. You know, we have to accept that our this youth system stuff, everyone says, it was all last year, put Karl Doyle and it was Jacob Wright, and it's always ones before that and before that because somebody don't play well. We don't have the ability to be able to use our youth system the way everyone looks at Barcelona. Everyone wants the Barcelona thing. It's different. For us to maintain a standard, being the best team in England and the best team in Europe, you have to be able to say our youth system isn't that level. We can drop down a level and be a Chelsea and put youth kids in and think, yeah, great for the aura and the banter and stuff. But for where we are as a football club, we cannot be putting young kids in games like this and expecting them to be at a level. Just not. Now, you have exceptions to that rule. Rico Lewis' first season was great. Phil Foden's been there, done it. You know what I mean? There's others out there. O'Reilly's quite good, but you just can't do that. So when people are saying put the kids in, this is what you get. So you have to accept it. Now you can't criticize him for it and then ask him to be put in as well. You're gonna have to see.
Yeah, but at the same time, that team was more than capable of winning that football.
It is, but there's a mistake. If he doesn't make a mistake tonight, then do we lose? Probably not. So I'm saying the mistakes are on him. That he's got to own that. He'll get through it. He's a professional footballer, but you can't sit there as a fan and say play the kids, and when the kids play, sit there and strike about it when we don't win. You know what I mean? You have to own one side of the fence.
Okay, cool. I get that. He's made a mistake. Yeah, no problem. Shit happens, right? We don't create chances at the other end, though. No,
that doesn't change what happened else in the game. I'm just saying that's one aspect of the game is you cannot sit here and say, Elaine, this and it's the next one. Everyone needs a scapegoat, I get it, but you can't just start asking for kids to play and then when they play, throw them under the bus. Because that's what would have happened. What happened tonight with Elaine, if you'd have thrown Jacob Wright in last year when we had no midfielders, that would have happened then. And you've got no defenders, you put Colin Doyle in, that's going to happen then. You know what I mean? You put Ryan McAdoo in, or whatever it's called, on the wing this when that's going to happen then. You know what I mean?
But then my rebuttal to that, is if you know that this is going to happen at some point, should you not then beef up the midfield to protect the defence even more rather than leaving them so exposed?
What else could he play today, do you think? What else? What other options?
Let me have a look at the fucking bench and see what he could have done, yeah? Let's see what he could have fucking done here. Right, who's got the bench here, yeah? So what he could have done,
bring it up, mate, so I can see it if you can.
1 sec, let me share screen. I think we need more fucking physicality in that midfield, yeah. So obviously Nico Gonzalez is out injured. So let me zoom in a little bit. Can you see that? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Right. So what could we have done tonight? Could we have done anything different?
The only thing I can see, look at that bench, mate. The only thing I can see you can do different there is play Kuznov at right back and Ake centre back, and put O'Reilly in midfield. That is it. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. There is nothing else there.
That's probably what you know.
No other change you can make there. That is that. Look at that bench, mate. I know people say Marmoush has travelled from Egypt, a hot country where he's played, to Norway. In 20, 30 something hours, I expect to play football. That's not happening. So forget Marmoush even being there. Doku we know is not fit. There's nothing on that bench, lads. There's nothing.
But the thing is, this is why I said this morning, yeah, would you cash in on Ake? Because if Ake's not getting any game time against Bodo Glimt, and he's not prepared to play him, then we should probably cash in. Because looking back now,
what do you cash in now? Then we don't have him at all.
No. But if you're not going to play him, you might as well cash in and get a bit of cash for him, innit?
Mate, we didn't even have a full bench today.
No, I know.
So you take Ake out of that because you want a quick couple of quid. What's the point? You might as well keep him there for the sake.
But if you're not going to play him, and then the thing is, by playing that back four, right, you're not protecting it, and you're leaving Huzanov, you're leaving Max Elaine completely exposed, man. Now the only way to have fixed that, as we've seen, because we didn't have any fucking players, would have been to drop Elaine, play Ake at centre half, play Ake and Elaine, move Huzanov to right back, Nori left back, and play O'Reilly in the middle. I just think we've got to beef up that midfield, man. That midfield.
We are really. Last year we suffered at the back. We are really suffering in midfield, bad, because Rodri is not match fit. He's so off it. That's why
it's not even about match fitness for me.
He's not tonight because he's knackered.
I don't think. Even if Rodri gets back to his best, I still think he's going to get roasted in that midfield because it's too open. And teams have clocked it. They clocked it last year, and we've not done anything to fix it. And we're just far too open in that midfield for me. And that midfield's just getting rinsed. And then they just bypass Rodri like he's not even there, or they bypass Nico G like he's not even there because they're being asked to do way too much. And then before you know it, they're running at the defenders, and the defenders are probably shitting themselves.
So on tonight, the teammate. I mean, I know you mentioned. I know a lot of people said Foden shouldn't have played and Rico Lewis shouldn't have played. There's no one else to fucking play. We're as close to us having there's only 12 players there.
Why can't you play Doku? Why can't you play Marmoush?
We just explained. Doku's probably come. Marmoush is probably just come and travel. He probably that's a distance to travel that to come and play football.
What, from Morocco? It's only south of Spain.
Mate, I'm still saying he's probably been in there.
He's not kicked a ball for us all season.
Either way, mate. Look, it didn't make any difference when he came on anyway. So let's be honest. Let's be real there. The only way he plays is if we all know he plays now is if Alan doesn't. And he's not going to throw that away, is it? What I'm saying is, even Doku, what would Doku have been able to do tonight? Really?
I think Doku could have done something.
He's obviously not started because he's not fit, is he? So if you play Doku tonight and he gets injured, then you're kicking the can down the road.
He's on the bench, bro. If he's on the bench,
I know, but he's on the bench. He's probably on the bench. He's probably sat there thinking he's not going to get a game. He's been told he's literally there just in case of an emergency. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Was that not an emergency?
I bet it was getting close to it, but
we fucking lost the game.
We had 10 men, didn't we? We had 10 men. We had 10 men.
If he's not fit,
away
what's
from
the
that
fucking point?
Away from that and more on the performance, I just don't get how we can't break teams down, man. All they did was sit back in a Christmas tree and sit in front of the back four. That was it. That's all they did. And counter-attacked. Yeah, we got exposed badly, but in the final third, we were pony.
We're completely unable to break down teams. Completely unable to break down. Every time we get the ball forward, we don't do nothing with it.
No.
Yeah, we get the ball forward, and we just fucking don't do anything with it. We're completely unable to break down teams. Yet again, what was our best chance today? The Elaine header again.
Oh no, that in the last 10 minutes, that Nico O'Reilly header straight to the keeper from 4 5 yards. That's poor. That Arthur's chat could have scored that, and they're fucking idiots.
But the thing is, it's just scrappy, innit? We're not creating like clear cut chances, nice chances.
The Haaland one is that.
I don't think that was like a legit 100%. Defo should have bagged the chance, but yeah, it was a chance, but it wasn't like a legit like fucking 100% should have scored it. I'm looking at like when are we creating chances where you go should have scored there? Like there aren't headers.
Yeah.
There aren't headers, scrappy headers off a corner or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, somehow we've gone back to that slow, methodical, boring creep across the middle of the pitch. It's just seep back in, isn't it? It's like an old habit. It's got back in, and you just don't know what's happening until it's too late.
Right, let's have a look what Pep said. Pep's done his press.
His head's gone on it.
I don't know. I've not seen what he said. Let's have a look.
He's just doing his usual shit of saying stuff just for the sake of saying stuff.
He said, I know how good a team Glint are. They've never lost against an English team in European history. I didn't underestimate them semi-final last season in the Europa League. Fresh in mind, we had some injuries to important players. We fought 10v11. He says, we have to change the dynamic for the next game against Wolves and Galatasaray. Does that mean he's going to change the system? Dynamic?
Don't go back to that last comment, mate. I want to address something.
That one?
Yeah. Bodo Glimt are in their pre-season.
Wow, really?
Their season doesn't start till March, mate. They've had 2 friendlies.
Fuck it.
So I'm sorry, but even if they did get to the semi-finals of any competition, this is their pre-season. I'm sorry, mate, but I'm not having anyone glazing them as like they're a decent team. Sorry. Pre-season, boys.
Bro,
pre-season.
That's the first win they've had at all Champions League, and they've never lost against an English team.
Well,
bro.
I mean, that can happen. That can happen at some point, and that can happen again. They would have beat an English team eventually because they're actually a decent team. But what I'm saying is, you know how good team they are, mate. They're in pre-season.
They're in pre-season.
Man. If we go to pre-season games, have we expected that sort of level? No, we know pre-season that we're absolutely shit and we're just ticking over. There you go. Then they've gone straight into the biggest, most competitive game of football they've ever probably played at that club, apart from that semi-final.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, chat. I'm really struggling. Yeah, and I know. Listen, you've all got your own opinions. Yeah, no problem, innit? I'm really struggling to hear this injury stuff, me. I am, because I'm looking at the starting 11 and it's more than capable of beating a team that's in pre-season. I'm sorry, it is. It's more than capable. I'm not even asking for mega football, but it's more than capable of beating Bodo Glimt, man, and it's more than capable of putting in a performance where we should have got beat 6-0.
Honestly, the equivalent of that there is like playing a League One side in the Carabao Cup and struggling and probably going out against like Cheltenham or something. You know what I mean? That's what that's like.
Yeah,
it is.
Let's see what else he's saying. Yeah, so he said this: we have to change the dynamic. So what do we think this is? Do we think he's on about the system? Is he talking about changing the system here? What we think here? What's he mean by that? Dynamic?
Change the dynamic means for me, we have to be faster. We have to move the ball faster and be attacking because we're not. That's the only thing that we weren't tonight was attacking and moving the ball quick. We're not dynamic.
Yeah,
but on that, we do know who plays on Saturday, who didn't play tonight is going to make a difference for us, I think.
Oh,
we have a good defender at the back coming in, and we also have Semenyo playing, and potentially other players coming back from injury. You know what I mean? So it will change. The dynamic will change.
Well, it fucking needs to change.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it can't be like tonight.
Bro, I'll tell you something, yeah. If we don't fucking win at the weekend, wow. We gotta fucking win. We gotta win the game, man. Right, what else he said? We were flat against United, but not today. I thought we played a bit better than United, but it's kind of that what we're doing here. We got beat off Bodo Glimt. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. We don't have Savinio. He wouldn't do anything anyway, with respects. Jeremy Doku, our wingers. So he must have been injured. But then why are you taking him? What's the fucking point?
I think he's just on the bench. I can emergency mate, throw him on. If you have to, throw him on. But it was...
But he clearly was never coming on the pitch. So why did he go? What was the point? You might as well have just left him at home and let him recover.
It might be one of the things where you like last minute fitness testings. You know what I mean?
He says in other departments, we have players not here and they would give us more consistency, but they were well organised. We struggle a little bit. Glimt were really good and we congratulate them. He says, we have the feeling that everything is going wrong in many details and we have to try and change it, but the players are there. Well, this is fact. This is true. This is 100% facts. Everything is going wrong. Facts. Defence is shit. Midfield is shit. Attack is shit. But the players are there. The players are there. The players are good enough. Well, just because we play Max Lane at the back, we all of a sudden not good enough. The players are good enough. The players are good enough. The players are on the pitch. As he said, the manager... Yeah, but everything is going wrong. The defence is getting rinsed. Yeah, and the defence wasn't getting rinsed a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't getting rinsed a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't. Now it is. Midfield's getting rinsed. Attack's doing nothing. 2 open play goals in the last, 6 matches now, is it? And that tonight was a one from the edge of the box deflected into the back of the net. So we're not creating chances. We're not controlling the game. We're open. That is a recipe for disaster.
The big thing for me is we're not creating chances, man. That's the big worry, is we're not creating stuff. We can,
correct.
You can have games where you have 10 shots and 6 on target and the keeper pulls off a thingy or you hit the pot, stuff like that where it don't go your way. But if you get in 2 chances a game and one of them's, it's only one, that's where you're struggling. And that's where we are right now. Yeah,
I agree with you. Yeah, because even if you've not got the best defense in the league, yeah, if you're creating a lot of chances and you've got Erling Haaland up top, you'll still win matches.
Yeah.
You'll still win matches.
Percentage are in your favour, the more chances you create, and when you're not, and we haven't got that magic sprinkle in Ireland, just hitting one chance, 1 goal, 1 touch. We haven't got that.
But when you're not creating chances, you're fucked, because then you're going to concede a goal, and then guess what happens? You fucking lose the game. Yeah, and exactly as is this Lily? Lily says, is it Lily? Lily says it's concerning that we had Cherky and Foden on the pitch, and we still didn't create anything, mate. You know what I mean? That is a serious fucking concern. I agree. I think that is actually our number one problem, that we don't. It's all bad. The midfield's bad, defense is bad, the attack's bad. But I think if you're not scoring goals, you're not going to win football matches.
You can have a bad defense and still win 4-3. You know what I mean? You can't have a poor attack and a poor defense and lose 3-1 against some Norwegian coal miners.
He says it's a little bit soft, your second one for yellow card, but it is what it is. In the moment, 3-1 after the minute, you get a red card. Everything went a bit against us for many, many things. New Year in Sunderland, missed what we missed, injuries. Nunes with the flu. Many things are against us. And in that level, the Champions League and against United top level, always it's a little bit more difficult to have consistency we've had for 1 or 2 months. Right, so let me respond to this, and I'll come to super chats in a minute, boys, yeah? I get that we got some shit going against us. I get that, and I agree. We got injury problems. We had to record a kid from Watford. Be fucking difficult to beat. Say, lads, we're in a really difficult time here this season. We've got injury problems. Players are fatigued. We're going to be difficult to beat, and we're going to hit them on the break, and we're going to try and nick it 1-0. We're doing the complete opposite. We're opening up and going, let's fucking go for it, lads. No. I think we should do the opposite. We're in a difficult part of the season with fatigued players, with kids like Elaine. It's his 4th game for Manchester City. We're playing Ait Nori at right back. Yeah, we've got Rodri.
That can never happen again, by the way. That can never, ever happen again, ever.
We should set the team up, in my view, to be difficult to beat and just say, listen, we're gonna struggle in this period. We're probably gonna drop some points, but what we're not gonna do is fucking lose games. Yeah, and then we might nick it off a set piece. We might get a penalty. We might hit them on the break, but we're going to defend deep like we were doing a couple of months ago and then go for it. But we're doing the complete opposite, man. We're just sending it, leaving ourselves wide open. We're not even creating chances, and we're getting fucking battered. We could have conceded 6 minimum against United. We probably should have conceded 6 tonight. Like, we're getting very lucky here that the offside trap, even if it is a trap, or we're just getting fluked, it is saving our ass. Yeah, and that fucking Donnarumma's in there. Because if a couple of those things didn't happen, we'd be fucking getting rinsed 5, 6, 7-0. But don't tell me I'm being dramatic or overreactionary, because you all know deep down it's facts. So why not just go back to playing the way we were playing 2 months ago, when we was more pragmatic, we was more conservative, we were sitting deeper a little bit, yeah, absorbing a bit of pressure, and then fucking getting counter attacks and nicking, doing all that kind of stuff. Why are we sending it, man? It's fucking crazy to me. Just stupid. What else is he saying? No, I'm sure the players will have something to say later. Yeah, but the players need to do more. Yeah, like obviously I've talked a lot about the system. I've talked a lot about the tactics, leaving Rodri in midfield on his own. The players have got to do more on the ball, man. Yeah, like someone said a minute ago in the chat. Yeah, you've got Cherky on the pitch. You got Foden on the pitch. And nothing's happening. How are we being... Bro, do you realise that we've spent about 400 million quid in the last 2 transfer windows, and we've won 2 games out of 7, and we've scored 2 open play goals in our last 5 matches, one of which, yeah, was a deflected shot. It's not OTT. Yeah, it's not OTT. It's facts. We could have got beat 6-0 tonight off a Bodo team that's in pre-season, that's never lost against an English team, and we could have held 6 quite comfortably. If you think that's OTT, then like, what we fucking doing here, man? People bringing out this stat about Rodri. Man City, I want to ask you this, because a couple of people in the chat mentioned it in the stream. Man City won 8 straight games before Rodri's return. Since he's come back, they've drawn 3 in a row, lost to Man United, and now losing to Bodo Glimt. Their only win in that spell came against Newcastle, and he was on the bench.
So we're blaming Rodri now, is that what we're saying?
That's what the stats say. The stats say every game that Rodri's played since he's come back, we failed to win.
But the stats will say that also Nico G didn't play those games. And why did Nico G not play those games?
I don't know. I'm just asking a question, isn't it?
Has he been injured, though?
I don't know. I'd have to look at the games. I don't even know what's going on.
I mean, he has been. He's been injured, right? So he's not played them all because he's not been injured. It's not like he's been sat on the bench doing fuck all. He's come on when he's played. He's come on, hasn't
he? Yeah. No, I think it's cap. I'm not blaming Rodri.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying is you can massage any kind of stats to fit an agenda you want. There's one right there.
Yeah, so it says here, my mate just sent me a message about that message and said, correlation, not causation. Just so happens that his first start in that run, we lost our 2 centre backs, and I've had an injury crisis since. So yeah, I don't think you can look at that and go, yeah, Rodri. Nah, it's fake. But someone sent it me, so I just thought I'd fucking read it out. But yeah,
I mean, you can't deny the facts are true. That Rodri has been part of this losing streak or not been winning streak, but it's not Rodri's fault, is it? It can't be.
No, I agree.
No, yeah, it's just a coincidence, right?
Yeah. I think so. I actually do. I don't think so. And like I say, for me, he should be playing in there with somebody else, man. Yeah, he should be playing in there with somebody else.
I've said it, man. This fan base better get ready for life after Rodri because he's coming at you quick.
Do we need to go back into the market and buy a midfielder? Real talk.
What, right today?
Yeah.
No, mate, even I can't say yes to that. No, but I think in the summer we've got questions because if Rodri's not signed a contract, mate, then yes.
If we don't sign Brutes in the midfielder that can bench press 140, yeah, then they're not fucking playing in that midfield. You get fucking bounced off. Yeah, Rico Lewis. Listen, I do like Rico, yeah, but like I don't know whether
he's not a really one you can
last tonight he was shit. Reinders, anyone goes near him and he bounces 5 yards across the pitch. I want fucking Brutes in that midfield, man. like fucking Bruno Guimaraes, Anderson, these type of players, man, they get fucking stuck in, man. They're so soft. And I can't believe that the greatest player that's ever played for this football club, KDB, came out and said it, yeah? Said that, bro, that midfield is soft. And we've not signed anybody in that midfield that can help us. They just get, people breathe on them and the players lose the ball, man. Where's the strength? Tijani Reinders, hit the bench press.
Rodri's coming, man. We need someone to replace Rodri in either tempo on the ball or physicality.
Why can't Reinders, real talk, yeah, genuine question, yeah, I know it sounds stupid, but it's a serious question. Why can Reinders not go to the gym, yeah, start hitting, calorie surplus and getting muscle and strengthen up? Like, I know it sounds stupid, but like, why is that stupid? It shouldn't be stupid. That's legit, isn't it?
You're asking someone who's 27 to change his whole life, mate, just to fit in. Nah,
I'm saying go to 3,000 calories a day or 3,500, hit the fucking protein shakes and start bench pressing. I'm not being funny. I'm not trying to joke around. I'm being serious because he's a good player, yeah? But every time he gets like challenged, he loses the ball. Why is that a joke? It's not a joke. It's a serious comment, man. Are we just saying players are not allowed to go to the gym now and strengthen up? Diaz lives in the gym. Why is he not allowed to go in the gym?
Might not be his game style, mate. He just might not have it in him to be that sort of player.
I just think that
he's not that player. He's not that player, is it? He's more of a box to box guy.
It's no use being box to box if next time someone breathes on you.
Yeah, there's no point in being box to box when all it involves on our box is standing on the edge of it, which is what he's doing. It's not his fault.
Let me go to these chats, man. Big up Neil says, do you think Rodri's suited for counter-attacking football? He slows the play down. I think he's perfectly suited for it. I'll tell you why.
Progressive passes in the team.
Exactly. He's mad progressive. So he can sit there, he can marshal that midfield, yeah, and like fucking knit everybody together. Yeah, he's a bit of a leader in there. And then when he gets on the ball, he's got the quality to move the ball forward. I think he's ideally suited for it. Ideally suited. Yeah, I do. I don't know what the chat think. Do you agree, Pulpy, or no?
He is, but however, to make that work, you've got to have the players behind the lines in spaces to get the ball to.
Yeah,
that he can be the greatest passer in the world. But
Semenyo's great at that.
Yeah, Semenyo is.
Semenyo can get in behind the defence.
Foden's good at getting
he doesn't do that.
Foden's good at finding them little 3/4 spaces. He does this.
You know what the other player's good at getting in behind the lines? Savio.
I think Rico Lewis is as well, to be fair.
Savio. The problem is when he gets through the lines, he can't score. But he's good at getting behind the defence. The problem is, like, when he gets there, he can't fucking score.
Not yet, anyway.
Big up Neil. Big up Swin City says, it's so hard to get back up once you fall off from the top. Look, it is. I've spoke about this loads. United, Chelsea, Barca, so many others. That's why 23-24 summer was crucial for the rebuild. It is. When you drop from the top, man, it is so difficult to get back up there. It really, really is. And they're trying. It's not that they're not trying, the board. They're spending fucking dough. They spent 80 million now. They spent 200 in the summer. They spent 200 last January.
Well, look at history in the Premier League, right? Just before Liverpool would have done his, they dropped off. Took them 30 years. Then then it was Arsenal. They under Wenger were mint. They dropped off. They're not even back yet. Chelsea under the Abramovich era were like we were there and thereabouts, so they dropped off. Liverpool are back now, but they're slowly dropping off. Now, no other team will. We will drop off. We will drop off. It's about how fast you can fucking.
I disagree with this comment. I disagree with this comment though. It's harder to stay at the top than get back to it. I disagree. I think when you're up there and you've got the team. So you just need to make sure that you're topping up with the talent.
When it's at the top, it's working. You just tinker.
Yeah, you just tinker, you top up, player leaves, you replace the player with equal quality. I think that, I'm a complete opposite to you, Flaws, me. I think when you're at the top, it's easy to stay at the top. City done it for years. Fergie United done it for years. Yeah, when you're at the top, you can stay there because you've got the team. You've got the team to be at the top. So you just keep on adding and replacing with talent. When you fall off, that's when it gets hard.
You're chasing, you're taking more risks, and that's where we're kind of heading towards now.
Yeah, and I was just about, it's funny you say that because I was literally just about to say we've got to be very careful with our transfer business, yeah, that we don't make serious mistakes rushing to get back to the top. Yeah, and they cost you. They cost you because then you can't flog them. Yeah, and then they sat there for 5 years or 3 years.
What United did, United went, right, let's do it. They signed Fellaini, Schweinsteiger, all these other donkeys. And then once they don't work out, then that's 3 gone, and it's the next 3 coming in. If they don't work, and then once all of a sudden you're replacing good players with lesser players because you're trying to chase. And it's the sort of signifier of that is that you can probably pinpoint it on Calvin Phillips, right? That's kind of the transfer where that drop has come. We can usually carry a bad when we sign a player, it doesn't usually work out. We usually carry them and we get away with it, but we've not seen to manage to carry with the Calvin Phillips one, have we? And it's just hanging around like a bad smell. And then the next one comes in. If Phillips is still there, the next one comes in. And Grealish got the shit, didn't he? Grealish got the shit. And then once that doesn't start to work out, even though it did work out, it doesn't work out to the level that you think his money expects it to. Then the next one's through. Then you've got Savio. Everyone's pointing a finger at Savio now because Savio's not working out. And he's a downgrade on Grealish. And now you're looking at Calvin Phillips midfield and we haven't got anyone to play midfield as a gap there. It's like, oh, fucking what's next after that? And then everyone's blaming it. The cycle's slowly ticking into that. The gears are stopping slowly as fast as they were. And this is a way you hope that the transfers we're getting in now and the ones that are for the future they won't go forward. We need to tread water and let these players get better and get used to what we're doing rather than, because we're not going to get, if we're signing Anderson, we're not going to go straight to win the Premier League. We might do, but it's not likely to happen. You need to tread water and be ready to go, which is what Arsenal have done. Arsenal have treaded water in second place for a while now. They've started to kick into gear. We are now Arsenal from 2 years ago, where we need some stability and add in players to what we've already got. Let the players cook, get used to each other, and add to that. And that's kind of what we have to do. We have to arrest the slight downgrades which we're facing.
Yeah.
Which we have done. We've got Gahey, got Semenyo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think a good sign.
We're doing the right thing. It just can't happen overnight. It can't.
Yeah, I think they're good signings. And listen, again, I know we've got injury problems. Yeah, I get that. I'm not trying to say that, like, bro, we had like the best team out in the world. My point is, it's not even about that. It's about the way that the team is set up. This is why tonight, like, it's the first time really that I'm speaking about Pep. I didn't really speak about Pep last year. You know that. The chat know that. I was like, I said last year straight away, the players ain't good enough. And guess what? We went and signed 5 players in January, signed another 5. Now we signed 2. So basically, I was kind of proved right. I never thought it was Pep last year. I always thought the players just were not good enough. Yeah, they come to the end of the time. Yeah, which happens. Cool, whatever. But now I'm looking at the players and I'm going, I do think the players are good enough. Yeah, of course we need a player here, a player there. Who doesn't? Arsenal could do with a left winger. They could do with a new player here. Everyone needs new players. But for me now, I am looking at the manager now. And this is why tonight for me is the first night really when I'm looking at the manager going, Pep, man, I kind of feel like the way you're setting us up is to fail. I kind of feel like you're hanging Rodri out to dry. I feel you're hanging the 2 centre-backs out to dry. The creativity thing, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if that's a Pep problem. I think the midfield is, and the way that he sets the midfield up and the subsequent defence. Yeah, I think that's on Pep. The creativity, I'm not sure if that's on Pep. I don't know. Is that on the players? Like, why is Cherky not able to create? Why is Foden not able to create? Is that a Pep thing or is that the play? I don't know. Yeah, but I am looking at the manager now going, I need something more from you. We can't be going to places, yeah, like Bodo Glimt and getting whacked and should have been conceded 6. We shouldn't be playing against Man United, who are dog shit, with a brand new manager, yeah, interim, and getting cooked and holding 6. By the way, yeah, should we bring in the Chelsea one when they had a manager that nobody even knew, with no first-team goalkeeper, with no Caicedo, with no, I don't think they had Reece James, and we drew that game? Like, this is not a reactionary thing. This is looking at a body of results over the last 3, 4, 5 weeks and going, we are seriously struggling. And I don't think you can put it all down to injuries and fatigue. You can put a little bit of it down to fatigue, and you can put a little bit of it down to injuries, but there's absolutely no way that these results are just because of fatigue and injuries. No chance. Not against these teams. We're not playing Barcelona or Bayern Munich, yeah, or PSG Prime. We're playing fucking Bodo Glimt, United with a brand new Michael Carrick manager. Chelsea, I don't even know the guy's name, the guy who ran them at the time. McFarlane or something. Don't even know the guy. He didn't even have UEFA badges. He didn't even have badges to manage the team. He fucking took over. He was an under-21s coach. So he's got to find a solution, man. And listen, I'm still hopeful. Like I say, I'm not Pep out, yeah? I know some people are. And I don't even think at this point I can call these people fucking idiots. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's...
I can. I will. Because a lot of it is the bigger picture, mate, is right. Look, if these results were happening and we had a bench of ballers who you can pick from and it's still going to shit, and I get that. At the minute we're down to walking. We've seen the bench. We've seen what happened. We know there's a problem there. So if things start to go to shit and we've got a full squad, then you've got to ask questions. But come on, a lot of these people who will be asking for Pep out are the same weirdos that will be asking for the next manager to be sacked when we're fourth in the league and we've won 13 out of 28 games or something, and you won't be able to accept that either. The reality is this is the most glorious period we'll ever have at this club. And this isn't me being a happy clapper. This is me being a realist. LB, we've seen this shit. We've also seen the teams of Man United bask in their glory of era. We've witnessed it from both sides. Once Pep goes, it will be the end of that, and you'll go back to having maybe one league.
But is this the end of the Pep era?
I don't think it is, purely because of what's missing.
Okay, and that's fair, because I think it is important to also state that we are still second in the league and semi-final.
If we're out of all 4 competitions and it gets the end of March and we've gone to shit and players aren't playing and you can sense it. Now we're like, a lot of these are overreacting because you've lost against a lower ranked team and it's shit. But if you look at it if you take a step back and stop being reactionary, sleep on it and come back tomorrow and look. Players aren't fit. We had a shit game, right? A lot of new signings we got aren't available to play in this competition. Players have been running to the ground, which we can all admit on. We've lost our 2 centre-backs in 1-1-8, right? Our best right-back's not played. Our left-back's been running to the ground. Savio's disappeared off the face of the earth. We all thought Bob was the man. He's gone worse than Savio was. Foden's hit a brick wall. Haaland's having the worst spell of his professional career. All these are the perfect storm for the Pep idiots to run their mouth on social media. Simple as that.
I don't think
all those things will fix. All those things will fix because Haaland will start scoring again. We'll get some menu in the team who gives us width. Foden will eventually either be dropped out of the team through form or find some form again. And then you have Gay's come back in. Diaz is going to be back in 3 weeks. Nunez will be back. We've got Nori back from the AFCON, who hopefully can play at left back and give O'Reilly a rest. Then we've got Bernardo Silva to come back in midfield, which everyone hates for some weird reason. Rodri is going to be playing the weekend. Nico will come back. So all these problems will start to be dealt with. Now, if all those things, if coming 2-3 weeks, then we're still absolutely dog shit and we are still can't break teams down and we haven't seen a change, then that is the point where you go, you know what? We've got all the things that we needed back and we're still seeing the draws where we were 1-up and we should have.
So you basically saying in 2 weeks' time, if we're still playing like this, you're going to be like, all right, you're no longer idiots. It's a fair.
I'm saying they are idiots, but what I'm saying is they're idiots. They're idiots because they want to be idiots. It's because you come to a logical conclusion that let's give it 4 weeks, right? Because in 4 weeks we'll have had the Carabao Cup, the Champions League will be over, and we'll find out where we are close towards the end of the league. If by then you're looking at it and you're thinking, you know what? There's not much left you can find not much left to defend here. And that's when you get to the point where you think, you know what, what's going on?
Okay, that's cool, yeah, but I kind of low-key think we're already at that stage.
Well, we're not, though, mate, because we're still in the Champions League.
We just got lost against Bolton.
Forget about that, because we're not gone out, have we? We're still going to qualify.
We're probably going to be in the fucking
It might
playoffs.
be a good idea to fucking play that game.
No, man. We can't be saying it's now good to be...
That's the reality you dealt with, right? That's the reality. That's the hand we dealt.
No, I hear what you're saying, yeah.
Right,
but the point, I think the point is, because you're basically saying in a few weeks' time, yeah, but I'm saying I think it's legitimate to say that we might be at that stage now where we're already questioning it. We should... Like, bro, we held 6.
You're questioning it off an embarrassment, is what you're questioning it off.
I'm questioning it off 2 wins in 7, an inability to score goals, an inability to control the midfield, an inability to defend. I'm literally questioning the whole setup of the team.
Yeah, but
and his tactic. I think
you come to that conclusion off tonight off a massive embarrassment.
And United.
Yeah, but that wasn't really a massive embarrassment, was it?
Yes, it was.
Not really. No. We lose derbies all the fucking time.
It was. Oh my God.
We lose derbies.
Okay,
Look, mate. It was a shit game, but we lose derbies all the time.
Against
we
Man
lose
United.
derbies all the time, mate.
Even the happy clappers were fucking fuming.
Yeah, we lost. We lose derbies all the time. What I'm saying is, it's not a bigger shock as what tonight was.
No, it's not about the loss. It's about the way we're playing.
Yeah, but that can happen. That can happen all the time.
So you're saying this can happen all the time? Going to Boldo that have never beaten an English team and should have held 6. We should have held 6. We should have held 6 minimum against Man United. We didn't score. We didn't beat Chelsea with some fucking PE teacher in charge and half the team out. We didn't beat Brighton. We didn't beat Sunderland. We didn't beat any of these teams. And it's getting worse.
It's got worse in the last... Tonight's where it's got worse.
The performances have been getting worse from about 6 weeks ago. That's a fact. It's an undisputable fact.
In those games when we drew against Chelsea and Brighton, we should have won those games. That's what I'm saying.
But we're not winning them.
Well, but we should have done. No, what I'm saying is we should have done.
If we would have won them, we wouldn't be in this position, and we'd only be 4 points behind Arsenal.
Tonight's the where the reactions come from about being. It's an embarrassing result, and it brings out a reaction in you tonight, which is based off. Oh my God, this is actually a big embarrassment. I need to.
My reaction tonight is based off the last 6 weeks of getting worse, and I personally feel that it's more Pep than the players. The difference between this now and the way I felt last year, and the chat will back me up on this, is last year it was the complete opposite. I fundamentally 100% believe last year, maybe Pep got a few things wrong here, but it was the players, not the manager. I felt the players were just shit. Right now, it's not. The players aren't shit. We had Cherky, Foden, Haaland on the pitch, Ait Nouri, new signing, Rodri was on the pitch, Huzanov was on the pitch, Donnarumma was on the pitch, O'Reilly was on the pitch. It wasn't the players. That's why I'm sort of feeling like it is okay to question the tactics and it is okay to question the manager because it's not the same as last year. It's completely different, in my opinion, anyway.
But of the last 6 weeks, 4 of those weeks weren't that bad. We just didn't win.
No, and I agree.
Yeah.
So the problem with that is we're getting worse.
Yeah, in the last week we've got worse. United game was we all know the derby is a one-off game where anything can happen. You know, there's been games where we played mint and been beat. There's been games where we played shit and won. There's been absolutely stinking derbies and there's games where we smash them to pieces. Now, is losing 2-0 at Old Trafford in the big grand scheme of things a shock? No, it's not. And we all know that for some reason they turn up for their cup final, which it was. So in isolation, if that game happens at any time of the season, you can accept it. So if you put it in isolation now, that's fine. Tonight's the problem. Is we all expected us to walk through that tonight with what the team we had and we didn't, and it was embarrassing. And that's where you're using this and the previous 5 weeks as the sample size. Whereas, really, if you think about it, tonight was the real poor one. Not the derby was poor, but that can be isolated because of what it is and potential things around it we don't know. But this is the real poor one, and this is the one that's getting all the chat has lost the plot.
Well, the chat are going sick. You call a manager out, you get cooked. You don't call a manager out, you get cooked. So just say what you actually think and just let the chat do what they want, man. But you can't not have a conversation. We spent 500 million quid on the players, and we fucking won 2 games in 7, and we can't score goals. Our midfield shit and our defense is shit. Like, to not have a conversation about it's fucking ridiculous. Just to clarify, I'm not Pep out, yeah. But I do think that Pep's getting this wrong.
What more can we really do when the players aren't fit and the players aren't doing? Pep's putting a team out, he's coaching them, which we're all going to sit here and say Pep Guardiola is the best coach in the world, right? We're all going to sit here and say that, aren't we? Is he the best coach in the world? Right then. So if he is coaching these players every week to go out to a game, then surely they are the most prepared they'll ever be to beat by the best in the business, right? So we've got to accept that. When they're getting out on the field, they're crumbling, and that isn't on Pep. Pep can only do so much. He can change things, but if you haven't got access to change things as much as you'd like to, or you know the change you're going to make is weak in what you've already got, then what's he supposed to do?
That's fine if you was playing like Bayern Munich or Barcelona. We're playing Bodo Glimt.
But he looked at the bench. What could he have done? There's one change.
I'm looking at the starting 11.
No, but all right. Well, Yeah, but
you're telling me the manager can't coach those set of 11 players to get me a win?
He probably has. The players have thrown it in.
So you think it's the players, not the manager, that are doing shit?
I don't think Pep's. The only thing I think tonight is Pep's put Aït-Nouri at right back. Magically, he's done a magical Pep thing there. Why has he done that? Because the only other option is to play O'Reilly in midfield, and we all know he doesn't really fancy in there for some reason. So then that's the only option. Just didn't work there. You know, we don't want Aki to play, so obviously you want him to play because there's not much else we could have done tonight. We were shit. Now we should have beaten them with what we got, but what I'm saying is there isn't much more Pep could have done tonight. Maybe play Marmoush over whoever was on the wing. I mean, it's one of them. What can you do? There isn't much left we can do to change that. It's not like he's left 5 players on the bench who could have started and he's not made any subs, has he? You know, so there's only so much. It's on the players tonight. It's not on Pep. It's on the players.
I don't know. I think it's on. I think personally, it's
the
on
players
Pep.
have got.
By the way, Danny, yeah, I'm not actually a Pep out, yeah, but that doesn't mean I can't blame Pep if I think he's at fault for the results. Do you get me? Do you get what I'm saying? I'm allowed to say Pep's at fault for the results, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
I'm saying Pep's at fault for things over this period, but to be reactionary, you want him out.
Well, to be fair, right, I've done the poll, yeah, and fucking the way that chat was going on before, I thought it was going to be a lot higher. 33% of people, and you don't know how many rivals are in here, yeah, so it's not really accurate, but 33% of people are saying they want Pep out. 23% of people are saying Pep in always. And then 39% of people are saying I'm neither, but just starting to doubt. So you still got 62% of people saying they're still Pep in.
And you know what, right? I voted for it. I'm neither, but I'm starting to doubt, and I've said that I'm starting to doubt it because you start to see. I've seen patterns in football over the years, and I said that we're dropping down to a level now. You know, that level that we as City fans, some of you in the chat, will have never known City to be anything other than the best team in the country. That's just the luck of the draw, right? Whereas I've spent most of my life supporting City and they're absolutely wank. So for me, this is an area which I'm just enjoying while it's there. Some of you will be like, I can't accept the standards to drop. I just can't have that. I'm a City fan. We are used to being the best in the world. Yeah, I understand that completely. So I understand the cycle is happening where the doubters are kicking in, and I'm never going to say anybody's opinion is more valuable than mine. I'm not that sort of fucking person. But when your opinions are based off reactionary, over the top drama, and you're saying it without consequence, then that's when I don't really agree with you.
Okay. Let me just have a look at some of these chats, man. Smash these likes up as well, boys. Listen, I know everyone's got their own opinions. Everyone's a bit heated, yeah? Just try and keep it fucking chill, yeah? It's not North Korea, boys. Yeah, keep your opinions. Have your opinions. Yeah, but try and chill, innit, people, yeah? We got Rolo says that's 3-1 Bournemouth game was peak Haaland. Well, I need to bring the results up, man. Let's have a look at the results. When was that? That was back in November, 3-1 at home. don't really remember it, man. But I just think like we were better 2 months ago, man. I'll be real with you.
We were. We all know we were.
Yeah, I shout out Q in the chat as well. Says I hear it's some of it. To be fair, 2 things can be right at the same time. Yeah, facts. And the thing is, yeah, whichever side you're on, it's going to come to an end at some point. Whether it's this year, whether it's next year, it's going to happen at some point. Yeah, like maybe it is now, isn't it?
It's now the toxic minority, which for the last 2 years I've seen people idiots Pep out. They're now starting to come the toxic majority, and they'll get.
But is it toxic though? Is it fair to say because
they want to Pep out because they can't accept the standards drop, right? And they're not accepting the standards drop because they're so entitled.
But what about if they're
entitled to being at the top for the rest of their lives?
Okay, fair, cool. But wait a sec, yeah. What about if they believe that the standards have dropped because the manager is not at the level anymore? Like what happened to Wenger. Wenger was a good manager, and then he just fell off. I don't think it's fair to say it's toxic, man. Like it's an out there statement, yeah. But like I know City fans, bro, are like in the 50s, season ticket holders who are starting to doubt this guy. And say, I think it's coming to an end.
They doubted the guy. They're the sort of people that always doubt. And it's okay. It's completely okay to do that. But what I'm saying is now the toxicness is when people just sit in the chat and go, Pep out is shit. Okay, why is he shit? They haven't got an answer to that. They just say he's shit. Nobody can back it up with anything, mate. That's what I'm saying is, if you bring someone on here now and they give me an absolute amazing answer and say, Pep is out because of this, and I think it's because the standards are dropped, I don't think he commands the same passion with the players anymore, and you can reel things off to me and I say, you know what, mate, fair play to you. You've got a valid argument there. The ghouls that say Pep out under every post, Pep out, they're all the faceless wonders who, when Pep goes, the next guy in, they'll be all over him for a few weeks, and then one of them, they don't play their favourite player, or they don't do this. It's like this guy out now, that guy out, and it's just a constant toxic cycle of idiots with a loud mouths, and that's what it is, and the toxic drama breeds more and more of it, and that's where we're heading, and I just don't want to accept that's the place now because we're not there yet, but it will come.
All right. Big up Lee, who says, you know I'm always pepping LB, but tonight has rattled me. We're getting worse and the players seem unbothered. Haaland, Rodri, appalling again. Well, Haaland's just doing nothing, man. I can't lie. I know we're not creating anything, for him. He just doesn't do anything. I'd drop him. Because if you're not creating anything for him, he doesn't do anything else and he doesn't look arse. Drop him, man. Play Marmoush as a striker. It worked last year. We played some of our best football last season without Haaland in the team. Yeah, so drop him and get fucking Marmoush in there.
It's got to be so hard. Look, if you're Haaland and you know what your strengths are, and we all know what his strengths are, is if he gets half a yard, he's scoring. When he's just stood there and they're doing this round the 18-yard box, and he's like, right, it's on the wing, get ready for a cross, and you just know it's not coming out. How do you deal? How do you play a football like that? How do you? He's the most potent striker in the world, and yet we don't provide him with anything to do anything with. You don't put decent crosses in. Yeah. You don't put balls in behind anymore. We don't do that.
We don't create fuck all for him.
We don't create fuck all for him. So Haaland's not scoring because he's not being created fuck all to do with. So he gets a half chance tonight, which it was a half chance. He doesn't score. Everyone's on his back. But he should be getting 9 or 10 in a game, and he should be scoring 4 and 5 and 6.
Right, so what do we do? Do we keep playing him in games where he's not getting chances? That's not his fault. The team's not creating chances, but then he's a net negative to the team in these games. Not his own. Well, I know he should do better, and I know he should get involved more and smash into someone, blah, 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 yeah? But does he need to come out the team just so we can get the team playing a little bit better? And then maybe when the team starts playing a bit better, you put him back in. Because if you're not creating chances, what's the point?
Because the team defaults to the same style of play. If you take him out, right, and let's say you put Marmoush in there or Macassar tonight, they're still not going to create anything. And if the ball falls to anyone for half a chance,
we play better. This happened last year, Paul.
We did a little bit, but
not a little bit, a lot. When he come back in the team at the end against Southampton, we were dog shit again. And then we were dog shit against Palace in the FA Cup final. Last year, we played our best football.
We played better in that system when you've got somebody who's willing to drop deep and stuff. That's not Haaland. But if you want to play to the strengths of the team, it's always the Haaland, and that is being a bit more direct and getting some dangerous crosses in.
No, but I'm agreeing with what you're saying. I'm never going to sit here and say Manchester City are a better team without Haaland in it. But if the team is currently unable to create chances for him due to whatever reason, are you not better taking him out of the team temporarily whilst the team can play a little bit of a more fluid system, get the confidence back, win a few games, and then get him back in and see if we can start creating chances for him? If we can't create chances for Haaland, what's the point in him being in the pitch, is my point.
If Haaland didn't start tonight, was on a bench and we lost 3-1, what would be the reactions to that?
I'd still just be like, we're just dog shit. With or without Haaland, we should be beating Bulldog Limp.
Mate, the world would be in a massive meltdown.
He scored one goal in 8. It's not like he's on a hot streak. He scored 1 goal in 8 games.
And?
So if we dropped him tonight and we lose, you can't just go, well, look, if we would have played Haaland, look at the form he's in, we would have won. He's not scoring goals. I'm not saying like he's a problem, because I think that's bullshit, even though I think he could do a little bit better. The point is, if you're not creating chances for him, which we are currently not doing, what's the point in being on the team? Drop him for a little bit, get Marmoush to the side, let's start playing a little bit more fluid football, and then get him back in. Otherwise, we keep playing him, and we just keep creating nothing, like we have done for the last fucking 3 years.
The problem comes from not creating anything. Because if you can't create...
I agree.
You can't create anything for Haaland, then how are you going to create something for Marmoush?
Because the system's more fluid, like it was last year. This exactly same thing happened last year when we were shit, and then he got injured, And then we went to a sort of false 9 system. And in those games, Pulpy, we played actually really fucking good football. We were zipping it around. It was quick. It was fluid.
I don't think we can play that way. I don't think we got that in us anymore. Things have changed, man.
We've got fucking the same players, bunch of more. We got fucking. It probably suits Tijani Reinders a little bit more. Probably suits the techie ballers.
No, I think you're trying to find justified to drop Haaland. I mean, I'm all for taking him out of the team if you want to. But what I'm saying is, he's not the problem.
I agree. He's not the problem. I agree. I don't want it to sound like I'm saying he's the problem. He's not the problem. The problem is the team isn't creating. But what about if they don't create from against Wolves and he does fuck all? And then what about if he doesn't create them against Spurs and then Newcastle and then Liverpool? At some point, you've got to go, fucking hell, these are shit. They're not creating for him. We need to change it up. And unfortunately, he's got to be the sacrificial lamb, bro. Not his fault necessarily, even though he should be doing a little bit better and putting himself about a little bit more. People say City
I think we ever get to that point where you're dropping Haaland, man, that's the end. I'm sorry.
What's this City Extra news? Have you seen it, bro? What's this City Extra news?
No, I haven't seen anything.
Oh, Haaland speaking.
Go on then, let's see what you got to say.
I take full responsibility together with Rodri, Donnarumma, Tijani Reinders, us experienced players. He should have folded in there, if I'm being honest. I don't want to blame anyone, but we need to take more responsibility because at the end, it's not good enough. We're Man City. We can't go around and not win games. It shouldn't be like this. He says, I don't have the answers. I take full responsibility of not being able to score, which is fair fucks, bro, but you're not getting the chances. Now, I would actually, if it was me, I would actually be saying something like, I ain't getting fucking chances, yeah, but I should be doing more because he's not getting chances to score. Just apologise to everyone, every single City supporter, every supporter that travelled to Boldo because it's embarrassing. So is he overreacting?
I think that sounds like a guy who's genuinely fucking sorry and sad that he didn't win.
But for people saying City fans are overreacting, he just called the performance embarrassing.
We all know it was embarrassing.
Well, some people are saying it's overreaction. Well, he just said it's embarrassing.
I mean,
Pep Guardiola said we're basically in the shit. He said it's embarrassing, and then the City fans saying, "Oh, stop overreacting."
Who's saying overreacting?
I've seen people in the chat saying, "Stop overreacting. Chill out."
I've said it was embarrassing. One of the things I said on the stream, right? I said it on my own social media tonight.
Yeah, he also said, honestly, I don't know what to say because I don't have the answers. What can I say is sorry. I don't know. I don't know what you can say.
Apology accepted. Don't let it fucking happen again.
I'd say score a fucking goal, but he doesn't get chances, man. All I'm asking for Haaland at the moment is, yeah, because I know you're not getting chances, so I ain't blaming you for not scoring. But show me a little bit more, man. Like win a fucking aerial duel, when the ball's played to you, fucking strong. Hold the ball, defend your fucking player, pop it off, smack into someone. It's all right if you take a booking. You ain't going to get suspended. You're a fucking striker. Run into someone. Take him out. Look at the City fans and go, fucking come on. Turn around and look at the City players and go, fucking come on. Get up for it, man. Everything's so fucking dead. It's like being in a care home, man. And be serious watching these players. Where's the passion? Yeah, where's the fucking energy? Show me something, man. Every fucking game, it's a slow, dead-ass football, man, watching players that didn't even want to play. Do you want to play? Because I'm telling you now, we're in a very fucking unique situation. Because right now, yeah, we're in the shit. We ain't won a game in the Premier League in 4. We've won 2 games out of 7. We can't score a fucking goal. We can't defend for our lives. Yet somehow, we're only 7 points off the top. We've got 1 foot in the Carabao Cup semi-final. We'll be in the playoffs or the round of 16, and we're in the next round of the FA Cup. But I'm telling you now, if this carries on for another couple of weeks, we'll be out of all the competitions. Premier League, gone. Carabao Cup, gone. FA Cup, gone. Champions League, gone. We can still solve this. We can still sort it out, but it's got to happen like now, man. We're running out of time. You lose against Wolves, fucking league done. Yeah, you get beat off Galatasaray. You win the fucking playoffs. You lose a net. Honestly, man, why is it, yeah, that I sound more fucking passionate than these players that are on 500 grand a week? Are you tired? Are you running out of passion? You want a transfer? Tell us you want a transfer, man. We'll get someone else in. Show me something, man. Why does none of these players get fucking take anyone out? When was the last time you seen a City player, yeah? Fucking take someone out. Look at United against us at the weekend. They were fucking snapping us left, right, and centre. When's the last time you seen a City player take a fucking booking for a solid tackle and get up and go, fucking yeah, come on. Fucking weak, man. Pisses me off. You know, seriously. Just show me a bit of energy. Show me passion, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Play Huzanov in the fucking centre mid. I just want someone to get stuck in, man. Everyone's fucking soft as fuck. And it's annoying about this as well. Is last year, yeah, a lot of the players in the team last year, man, I actively started to dislike. Yeah, like Kyle Walker and that. Couldn't fucking stand him. Yeah, other players in the team. Yeah, just was like, nah, not interested. You've lost me. You've lost me. I just don't like it, yeah. I actually like these players. I actually really like them. I think they're a really fucking nice bunch of players. But maybe that's the problem. Maybe they're too nice. Where's the dick? Where's the dick in the team?
Well, we've got one, haven't we? Let's be real. We've only got one.
Who's that?
The only dick we've got in the team is Bernardo.
Yeah, but he's not the guy that can fucking take someone out.
He's just an annoying little dick in here, but he's the only one we've got. He's the only one that ever seems to put it about. Haaland should be throwing himself about. The amount of ragging about Haaland gets done, he should be giving it out, mate. He should be.
He should be.
It should be. He's got to be.
If I seen him, I'd say to him, but I don't ever. My thing on Haaland, yeah, when I do player ratings, when I speak about Haaland, is very simple. If you're not getting chances, I ain't ever gonna say like you're getting a mad bad rating, yeah. Because if you don't get chances, that's not your problem. He ain't Messi, he ain't Mbappe. He doesn't create chances for himself. If you don't create him chances, I'll never slander him. But show me something. And at the very least, take someone out. Show me a little bit of fight and a little bit of passion. Show me that you care. Because at the moment, I'm watching Haaland and I'm kind of like, bro, I know you're not getting chances and that, but you don't really look like you're arsed. You don't really look like you're arsed. Fucking take someone out and then fucking get in the city. You're meant to be the fucking one of the captains. Half the time, you don't even know he's on a fucking pitch. But you said about a load of players, man. Yeah, Foden. I've said one of the best things you could do with Foden, and it's a controversial decision, and it could backfire. Yeah, but I'd make him captain. And I'd say to him, right, no more hiding. You're the captain of this team. You better fucking run this team and just get stuck in and just get involved, mate. Because sometimes he starts ghosting on the pitch.
It's coming. It's coming next year.
I'd make him captain and say, go on then.
Come on, Mr. Manchester. The club's on your shoulders. Let's see if you got it. Yeah, at half-time today, you're 2-0 down. You say, Phil, you're the captain of this team. 500, 600 City fans are sat there in minus fucking 10. Took hard days off. They've got here. They're not getting paid. Yeah, they've left their fucking missus at home. It will give them grief when they get back. A couple of them are probably lots of fucking passports. Yeah, some of them have fucking gone into their overdraft, and you're going to go out there in that second half as captain. You better fucking do something. It's about passion, man. And I'm sorry, some of these players ain't showing me the passion. Yeah, and that's all I'm asking for, bare minimum. Show me a couple fucking tackles, man. Get stuck in, lads. Come on. This is not the end of the road for this team. We're not a million miles off. We're 7 points. I don't know how. We're 7 points off Arsenal, top of the league. Yeah, we've just won a semi-final first leg 2-0. We're still in the Champions League. We're still in the FA Cup. This can still be an incredible season. It can, but we're fucking running out of time. Fuck me, man. Swear down, man. Please, players. Please, man. I don't know if any City players are watching in it. I know some of them have watched in the past. Probably not watching this one. But fucking please, just show a bit of passion, man. A bit of fight. We're begging you. We're begging you to show us something, man. And it don't matter if, the first couple games, it's shit performances, but you're getting a job done. You're showing us a little bit more passion. But let's start now. Fuck me. Let me go through some of these chats, man. They've been here for time. Sorry, lads, on the delay, man, but me and Pulpy have been going on. Charlotte Hoyle says, we need a tackler in midfield. Why can't Phillips do it? He was England international. Phillips is shit, Matty. Yeah, he's far too slow. You know what? He'd be even worse now in the Premier League than he was when he first come because of the way the premise changed. Because when he first come to City, it was still a bit ticky-taka.
Now the Premier League's fucking P&P, pace merchants transition. He probably would be worse now, yeah, than he was back in then. So that's even worse. Yeah.
He's probably getting rinsed in training.
I don't even know. Does he even train?
Well, I bet his trainer, I bet he just looks like a fucking traffic cone in training, mate.
I'd pay him off, man. Just say, there's your money. Cheers. Go and sign for a club and just do what you want, bro. Big up Hoyle, man. Big up to Pace. Says forcing possession, but not built for it. Pushing midfielder too high. One bad pass triggers the counter. Nico x Rodri won't solve this. Pep is the problem. I think Nico Gonzalez and Rodri will do a lot to solve it. It might not solve the whole thing, yeah, but it'll solve a little bit of it, and it'll make us more difficult to beat. It'll protect the defenders. It'll probably give them more confidence, and it'll free up the attackers to do their thing because they know they've got Nico and Rodri behind. That's what I think we should do, yeah? But again, if that don't work, try something else. But big up for the super chat again. Sorry for the delay, man. Big up, cool guy. Seeing how we're playing against the last 2 games without any heart or passion, do you think Pepper's lost the dressing room? Second half pep talk not working. I don't think he's lost the dressing room. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. You know, it could all be due to fatigue. It could all be due to the injuries. I don't think it is. I think there's a large part of the formation and the tactics involved. But I don't think the players are looking at Pep and not bought into what he's doing. I just think it's a tough time right now. I do think Pep needs to change the tactics, though. But no, I don't think Pep's lost the dressing room. Nah. Amar says the manager needs to go. Second season of this crap. So he's one of the 32%. Big up to Citizens Fam, who says Pep should stay until the end of the season. This is Pep's last season, so be patient. He knows the team better than anyone. Maybe he sees something in training that we don't. Maybe, bro. Big up to you. Big up to NCZ, says since Rodri came back, Pep has been setting us up in this way that is only him in the Ballon d'Or level would play well. Rico and Reinders are nowhere on transitions every single time. Foden left wing non-existent. Well, Foden's been non-existent in a lot of positions. Yeah. I don't know what you do with Foden at the moment. I think he needs to drop to the bench, man. I said that for the last 3 games. Big up to you, bro. Big up NTZ. Big up to Kevin, who says we don't just need a win on Sunday. We need a statement win. I mean, in an ideal world, yeah, but when you're in this shit form, you just take a win. And then you try and build on it slowly but surely. I guess the problem that we've got is we've got fucking Spurs, Newcastle, and Liverpool next week. So it's like you kind of just need to win the game, but at the same time, you kind of want to be building a bit of confidence going into these games. It's a tough gig, man. It is. Big up Brody, who says the fact that in this poor run, it was the game v Newcastle at James saying this. But bro, that is actually facts, man. Out of all the games, we beat them at their gaff with Bruno and Joe Linton kicking shit out of us. Don't know how that happened, mate. But yeah, need to go 2 CDMs. Would you get Anderson now? I've said, yeah, I'd thrown a bid because Gibbs White had that release clause that nobody knew about. How do we know there might not be one for Anderson? There might be one for Anderson. Putting a 70 million pound bid.
Mate, you know about it. If he was,
no, but you didn't know about it with Morgan Gibbs, right? That's the whole point. It was secret. Nobody knew in football about his release clause.
If somebody knows,
well, the
agent will know, and the agent will know that if City are interested, they'll say this is the amount. That's what happened with Gibbs White and Spurs, and that's why Forest were going to sue the Spurs, sue Spurs because part of Gibbs White's release clause that he signed an NDA to say you're not allowed to tell anybody about the release clause. It's a release clause where if someone bids over the money, they have to accept. It's not really a release clause. It's more of like a trigger where if someone bids over it, you're legally obligated to. But so what happened was, they told Spurs about it. Spurs bid the exact amount, and then Forest went, you've told them we're going to sue Spurs and you're not going. So we just go in there and put in a bid, for 70 million. They might go, you've triggered the release clause, you've got him. They might go, no, it's rejected. And then you go, right, fairs, we'll come back in the summer. But why not throw it in? You might find out that you've triggered the fucking clause. Yeah, but you know as well as I do, mate, that you don't bid for players no more. You tap players up and then you put the bid in once everyone's happy.
Not with this guy, though, because this guy will sue you and block the transfer. The guy was going to go to the Premier League and block the transfer because he broke the terms.
Oh, fucking.
But would you not advocate for City just putting a bid in?
We don't know. I mean, look, we've got 10 days. You never know.
Sam Lee did say that we're not signing anyone else, so we're not going to get him. But I'm just saying, I would throw it in there. But I don't think you're going to get him even if you do. But I'd just throw it in, Brody. But I do like Anderson, but I think it's going to be a summer thing, to be honest. Bill Bestra says exactly what I said the other day. Our offside trap is decent, but pointless to rely on every time when we can't even defend right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for our offside trap, bro, we'd be getting absolutely rinsed in these games. How many goals did they score today? 2 offside. 2 offside goals. United got what, 3?
3 as well, yeah. I mean, the one saving grace is the offside trap's working, so
yeah, not working enough. Big up MCZ, he says, whenever we concede the first this season, we always lose. Yeah, I think that is actually a stat as well. I think, you know.
Yeah, we've not got any seasons gone by. We usually be one of the teams that gets the most points from losing positions. Now we're just fucking nowhere.
Big up Matty says Calvin fucking Phillips is good at tackling. Nah, Matty, I don't know if you're trying to trigger me here, yeah. But he's shit, bro.
He might have been good at tackling 3 years ago. Where's your evidence now? He's not put a tackle in anyone in 3 years.
Nah, Matty, man.
Even when he was on loan at Ipswich, and he couldn't even put a tackle in there.
Matty, this is not the right one, man. Respect for you for the super chat, yeah, but trust me, Matty, yeah, this is not it, bro. This is not it. Calvin Phillips is not it. Yeah, it's not. I'd rather play James Trafford in midfield. I'd be deadly serious. But yeah, big up to you, bro. Big up to LB. Says Grealish coming back, LB. Chet Ornstein. Yeah, that's obviously not happening, isn't it?
He might come back in official status, but he ain't going to play for City again.
Oh my God, he is. Oh, he's injured. That's why he's coming back.
Oh, is he like injured for the rest of the season?
He's got a broken foot.
Yeah, that's him shot, isn't it? That's him sat around doing nothing till the summer.
Wow, this guy wasn't actually lying. Fucking hell. Thought he was lying, bro.
No, the way it come across was always like he's coming back to play.
Like we recalled him, like
he's going to come back in the summer and start again.
I know. Big up to Akash, who says we spent over a decade building a fear factor about us. Now we've lost that intimidation/aura. I'm seeing teams eager to play us now. Get me the next Nigel de Jong who isn't afraid to break legs, bro. This is what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna say his name. No, I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna say his name.
Just say it. Come on.
Now you all know you know the name, innit?
Belabor.
You know. No. Bruno G, bro. Bruno G is the guy that we should have got. We should have got Bruno G. 2 years ago, we had the op. And that's where we fucked up, you know. For some reason, we decided not to go and fucking buy Bruno G at 100. We could have got Mendes at 30. And we just fucking decided not to. Apparently, Tonali's available, if you believe the fucking rumors.
Yeah, I've read that. I mean, usually things like that is no smoke without fire, right? What's he been there 3 years now?
Yeah, I think because the first year he got banned, didn't he? So I think he's been there 3 years, yeah.
So he's really only got 2 years left in his contract, hasn't
he? Yeah, I think so, man. But yeah, he's
one of those where if he shows no intentions of staying at Newcastle, then it's time to say bye bye, innit, and get the money.
Yeah. Matty's not giving this up, lads, man. Matty's going in again on the Calvin Phillips. You can't seriously tell me England international Calvin Phillips isn't better at tackling than Rico Lewis, bro.
Rico Lewis has played for England more recently than Calvin Phillips has.
Matty, bro, I don't know where this is coming from.
You'll see what happens. You'll see Calvin Phillips, right? Guarantee you. When he's back in his fit playing, he'll be a champ. He'll do what? You seen where Dele Alli's gone or going?
No.
Wycombe Wanderers.
Fuck off.
Yeah, unless I've seen something that's an absolute meme or something, I'm sure he's going to Wycombe.
Matty, are you trying to wind us up, or are you actually being serious here, brother? Serious question. Are you trying to rage bait us, or are you actually being serious? Genuine question, bro.
I mean, if he's being serious and fair play to him,
if he's being serious and fair play to his opinion, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's his opinion. But like, I don't know if he's trying to like wind us up here, or he's actually being serious. I legitimately believe he'd be worse now than he was then because of the way the Premier League's changed. Because it's now P&P, yeah, and it's more fast and more transition. I think he'd be even worse. I genuinely do. But yeah, I don't know. Matty,
I did say about that Dele thing. If it's fake, then fair enough. I did say, but I've seen it. I can't remember where I've seen it, but it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise. Yeah, Matty, let us know in the chat, bro. Big up Starkiller says after Rodri came off, there was no midfield. Yeah, there literally was no midfield, bro.
There's nothing you could have done about it either, is there?
It was sort of like we just give up, bro. I can't lie. There was a time, I brought, they got the ball, in the midfield, and then he turned, and then I looked, and I was like, right, who's in midfield? And there was literally fucking no one there. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Big up Steve, who says, Pulpit, but Pep needs to stop playing players out of form. Why did Foden and Haaland play today? How do you defend that? That's on Pep, not circumstances.
Stefan, I can defend that by telling you, mate, there was no one else who could have played. Marmoush is the only answer to any replacing any of those two. And we just know Marmoush played and nothing happened.
Foden can't play the next game, and you got to bench him, bro. Like, he keeps playing games, where he shouldn't be playing. Bench him, man. He's not affecting games.
Yeah, I don't know, mate.
Yeah. Oh, Danny, if you win the fucking cup double, that's a good. I had this argument with Arsenal fans the other day. If you win the cup double, that's a good. You know, it's only been done 5 times in this country. Cup double.
Yeah.
Oh, mad, isn't it? I'd take that. Obviously, I'd be gutted that I didn't win the champs on the
you know what, right? I'd take any season where your name's on a piece of silverware.
Yeah.
Look how United have been for the last 12 years, and how many cups have they won? 5?
Yeah, like for example, I'd still be, if we won 1 trophy, I'd still be disappointed, because obviously this team, and Karl would say this, and Pep would say this, they should be winning and even Pep last year said before the final, even if we won the tournament, the FA Cup, we it's still a bad season. So he said that, right? But I think that's what we should be aiming for, the bare minimum. That's just where this club is.
Yeah. If you win a cup, you've done it. You've ticked 1 box out of all the boxes, and at least that is close to the season where you delivered something.
The bare minimum for a club like City should be winning a piece of silverware every year, and that's not me as a fan saying it and saying, "Oh, entitlement." That's what Pep said last season. That's what Karl says. But you still want to be aiming for the big ones, obviously. Yeah, but if you win me the cup double, I'd take that 100%.
I would never count the Community Shield as a trophy. No.
Nah, not Community Shield, man. That's fraudulent. No, we're not doing that. Yeah,
we're not like Arsenal fans here, where they put graphics out with 17 Community Shields on.
Lim, this is a question that for me, I've asked this, bro. For me, I'm not being funny, but I think you have to look at do you not have to look at the medical staff here and say, yo, are you not doing something right here? Because last year, like we've always had injuries, but never this bad. Last year it was horrendous, and this year it's just carried on. Like, do we have to look at the medical staff and say,
you obviously have
doing
the very best in class staff there, won't you? I don't know, something's not right, is it, for them all to be? It's not just like 2 or 3 injuries, it's a lot. It's 10 players. 10 players.
And after last year, it's the same. It's like, it's not getting any better. So it's like, why is that happening? Like, are they not doing so? Have they had a change? Do we know that? Maybe they've had a couple changes.
You do know the club will be looking into it. It's just, it might just be a case of everything's perfect, the perfect conditions, and players get injured. That's fine. You know, Stones, we've seen this coming from 4 years ago. We know Ake's legs are made out of polystyrene. He just can't seem to run. He's running in treacle. The Kovacic's one stings a bit because he would have been good for us. But, you know, it's the niggles, man. The niggles are just killing us.
Yeah. And
they come in frequently as well. You can miss 1 game with a knock, that's fine. But when you're missing 5 out of 7 games with a knock, that's the problem.
Right, so this comment, fair dues. Tell me why Haaland started every single game before AFCON when Marmoush was sat on the bench. Tell me why Ike Nori didn't start a single game before AFCON to give. I said, in October time, right? Chat will say I'm not lying. 100% said this. I said, make sure you spam out Marmoush before he goes to AFCON, because I can guarantee you, as soon as he goes to AFCON, Doku will get injured. He didn't play Marmoush at all. He spammed out Doku, and Doku got injured the day of AFCON started. But so that's fine saying, like, Pep and that I'm moaning about the matches are playing, but Pep's not managed to squad properly. And this isn't really reactionary. I fucking said it myself back in October. I said, make sure you spam out Marmoush before AFCON, because as soon as he goes to AFCON, you're going to be burning out Doku for 6 weeks. He did the complete opposite.
It was Doku. Doku was banging form on it.
Doku was in form, but you have to.
There you go. That's why he's not playing.
You have to think long term. You can't just go, oh, well, he's in form right now. We
do it like game by game, don't we? If he's in form, he's playing. It just so happens that if the AFCON was coming or not, he's still playing your best players. And if Marmoush is not on it in training, is not performing, then that's why he's not playing. Not because.
But sure, okay, fair. But then surely Pep's sitting there with his coaching staff, because they'll obviously talk about they don't just talk about it. They'll look at the fixtures coming up, and surely Pep will sit there, yeah, with his coaches and goals. Doku's playing well, and he's a really good player, but he goes to AFCON in 6 weeks, and we're going to miss him for 6 weeks. So we need to make sure we're managing Doku's minutes appropriately before AFCON, because when he goes to AFCON, Marmoush, we're going to spam out Doku for 6 weeks. We got no choice.
But what if you're managing minutes and then you start to lose games because Doku's not playing your best player, but you're playing Marmoush and we're struggling? It's like it can be counterproductive as well. You might save Doku's legs, but you've already lost ground in the title race. Because
so then the question would be, well, what the fuck are we doing with a 65?
Oh, there you go. That's what we're up. That's what we're up against, right? Because if Doku went and got injured or he'd not been playing, would you be that bothered? No. If he's doing playing well, no. It's just one of them. It's a compounded problem because the issues we've all discussed tonight are there.
Yeah, but Flaws, I do say play your best players. However, when you've got an international tournament in the middle of the season, you have to box clever. You can't just go, oh, we'll just play all the best players all the time and forget about it. You have to box clever. And like I said this in October. It's not reactionary. I said in October, make sure you're managing Doku's minutes appropriately, because when Marmoush goes to AFCON, he's going to be playing every game. And he didn't. You've all seen
he's never really managed minutes, so has he? Let's be real.
Well, then that's another pet.
Yeah, he just goes game to game, plays your best players.
We need to fucking start managing minutes, because all our players are fucking injured.
Maybe so. Maybe he never will. It's just what he does works, and if it doesn't work, then he just has to want it, doesn't he? But it's worked for the majority of the time.
Yeah, and I am somebody that doesn't like a lot of rotation, but I do think there are times when you have to look at a period of season and go, right, we have to be careful here with these players because blah, 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 blah. You can't literally just spam the same player out all the time. It's quite funny, not funny, but it's quite interesting how a lot of the players who were playing really well in like October, all of a sudden started to play not very good in December. Nico Gonzalez started to struggle. O'Reilly started to struggle. Foden started to struggle. Haaland recently started to struggle. Guess what? They're all our most played players. If you want to transfer marks and sort the season by stats and look at minutes played, Haaland's number 1, Foden's number 2, O'Reilly's number 3, and fucking Nico G's number 4 or 5. It's just facts. You know what I mean? But anyway, let me go through some of these chats, man, and then we'll get out of here, man, because fucking no one wants to sit here, innit? We got Alf says Pep needs to change tactics, not the lineup. He's not the best coach anymore. It's been 3 years. He still hasn't adapted to the five sub rule, says Alf. Big up to you, bro. Big up MCFC fan club, says Alex went 3 years without Premier League. Some of you needs to chill, says MCFC fan. So big Pep backer still. Big up Tricks, who said I accepted last season old squad starters in the 30s, but now 500 million spent and no stable defense on midfield. Players aren't playing for him. Pep must go. We'll never win the Premier League with him again. So my question to you, Trixie, I don't know if you're still in the chat. Are you saying make that decision now? Or are you saying give him to the rest of the season? Because that's something that I would say, yeah. Like, for the people that want Pep out, yeah. Like, do you really want him gone now? Or would you not just say, listen, let's have him for the rest of the season? Yeah, and then I want him gone at the end of the season. Like, you're not. How many of these people are actually saying now, like, legit, actually sack him? Like, surely there's not many people saying actually sack him. I'd imagine most people are saying, now just give him to the rest of the season, but then maybe they want him gone at the end of the year. But are you saying sack him now? Or what are you saying? No rush, in my opinion. End of the season. End of the season. Not now. Like I say, I'm not getting rid of Pep anyway right now, but. Yeah. I'm surprised if the people that are saying they want a new manager. Like, are these people saying like sack him like immediately? Are they saying?
Yeah, they want him to stay. I want them to want him gone now.
And
then what? And okay, now you want him gone. Now what?
Yeah.
I mean, genuinely, if Pep was sacked tonight, who would be available? Everyone's going to go getting Luis Enrique. Yeah, like Luis Enrique is going to walk out of the team mid-season.
You never know. Well, he's struggling, isn't he?
You do know, don't you?
No. I don't know that for sure. You don't know that for sure. He's won a treble. And he's struggling in that league apparently this year. Company, Maresca.
I wouldn't want Maresca anywhere near our club.
Just Alonso?
No. Well, Alonso, I might as well get Amarim at that point.
Yeah, I'm saying I think you could get a new manager.
I'm saying is, what a club like ours, since we've been under this stewardship, has never really overreacted anywhere with anything. All of a sudden, you want them to overreact and not have a plan in place for succession of anything.
Yeah, which is what I'm saying. I think given everything that's happened, if you are Pep out, right, which is whatever, cool, if that's your opinion, like, I'd say just wait till the end of the season and then say, right, then make your move. I think
the club will make a decision when the time's right, and it'll be made for the right reasons and not sentimental reasons. They never do.
Right, based on where we are now, do you think he goes at the end of the year?
No.
You still think he stays next year?
What? How's the season ending? In disappointment.
Let's say we're not going to win the Prem.
In disappointment.
Huh?
The season ends in disappointment. Right?
Yeah, we're not going to win the Champions League. We're not going to win the Prem. Let's say, do you want me to say we win a Carabao?
Oh, you tell me, and I'll go off what you say.
Let's say we win the Carabao Cup. We don't win the FA Cup.
And he stays. You want a cup.
So you think? What about if he doesn't win anything at all?
He still stays.
So regardless, he just stays anyway.
Because I think he'll have earned the right to have a play with the toys he's been given.
Oh, but do you? Yeah, no, I'm talking about right. Do you think he would?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Sweet. Big up KP says there's a moment in the second half, players stood there clueless, unmotivated. He needs to earn their trust again, otherwise he should walk. He says, LB, you know the moment I'm referring to. That for me was the most worrying thing I saw tonight. For a small moment, they all lost faith in the manager. All right, bro, I think you're talking about the bit where Reinders had the ball, about 30 yards out centrally. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you saw the chat. Sorry, I'm slow on this. Reinders got the ball about 30 yards out, and there's about 6 City players just stood in the centre of the box at the edge, and there's not anyone wide. And Reinders looked up, he looked to the left, looked to the right, and went, fuck it, I'll just dink it in. And he just dinked it in, and nothing happened. That one. If that's you want to, that was kind of crazy. If that was you want, that's the one you want about, man. Yeah, that was kind of wild. Amar says, big up Pulpy, by the way, gets undeserved flack at times. Everyone gets flack. I get flack.
I can
everyone
take it, lads. It's all right. I'm not asked.
You fucking going on YouTube. You're going to get shit off everyone, bro. You know what I mean? You can't play
this game a long time.
Bro, you praise the manager, you get cooked. You're negative against the manager, you get cooked. You fucking, it's just mad. Like, this is, bro, I've done this for 5 years. Pulpy done Twitch before. He knows this fucking score. Like, this is why I always say to people, who start YouTube channels, just say what you truly believe. If we got beat,
and just fucking
if we got beat 3-0, and you think we were mint, go on stream and say, I think we were mint. If you won and you think we were shit, just say you should just give your honest opinion, man. Because people will see right through you anyway. There's no point in trying to fucking like say what people want, because there's always going to be people in the chat that disagree anyway. Like, I've done it for 5 years. I know the fucking drill. Yeah, I'll get shit on this comment. I'll go on this comment section tomorrow night. There'll be people giving me shit. And what? And what? You know what I mean? Like, I give my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, it's football. And what? I try and respect your opinions as much as possible. Some people just go fucking sick. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up KP again, says he needs to earn their trust and set them up to win, regardless of how that looks and contrasting it is to his beloved possession-based system. I agree. AKA, go back to what we were doing 2 months ago when we actually looked decent and Haaland was in the form of his fucking City career. Do you remember that?
I think he will go back to that once he's got the players. I think that is the way he wants to play. The way we played recently is because of the necessity that we haven't got the players to play like that. And I think the players he brought in, Semenyo and whatever, they will be able to play that way. That they will be able to do that.
Yeah, no. Big up KP, man. Big up to Dare Golter. Says, when you start to get players back, we need to play someone next to Rodri, whether Pep likes it or not. You can't concede in 6-8 big chances a game. No, I agree. I'm with you on this one, bro. Play someone next to him. Yeah, he gets cooked today. Fucking the other guy, Nico G, was getting cooked. It's not there. This is why I just think it's kind of mad. And you was getting onto him as well, saying that Rodri was shit. Like, he wasn't great, but no way you can blame Rodri, man. Like, it's the way that the system is set up. He's designed to fail for the midfielder. We've got to play them both together, man. We've got to get them both in the team and play them together. Him and Nico G. Let's fucking run it. Yeah, Nico G's an 8 anyway. I don't like people big up for the super chat, bro. People keep on telling me, that he's not an 8. He is a fucking 8. He said it in his interview. Why do people not listen to what people say? He said it in his City interview when he signed for the club. I'm not a 6. Yeah, I'm an 8. Play them both together. And he can be the double pivot guy. He can be the Gundogan in a treble year, man. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell. Bill Toll says he's the current problem, but Pepper's earned the right to walk when he wants. If he turns it around, he'll be still the best manager in the world. Well, they said that to KDB and they told him to do one. So don't be too certain on that, Tolls, because I would agree with you 12 months ago, because that's what they said about KDB. And then they went nice in a bit. So, yeah, you never know what can happen. Big up Citizen fan says LB, he can... I don't know what that means. 2 Sosa, 2 goal. What does that mean? LB, he can closer to goal. I don't know what that means, bro. Big up for the super chat, bro. Let me know in the chat. You'd have to send another super chat to put it in the chat, and I'll see what you're saying, but I don't know what that means. Big up Ash, who says we have to be critical of the manager and the team, and we have Haaland, Rodri, Donnarumma, Gvardiol, all world-class players who aren't happy with mediocrity. Yeah, and you know what? Shout out to Haaland. He's actually not glazing. He's come out there and said it's a load of shit. Yeah, he said it's not acceptable. He said it's English. Yeah, don't glaze shit performances, man, because that's what stressed me out last year when all the players come out after shit performances and said, oh, it's not too bad. Yeah, that's why Bernardo Silva, even though I really couldn't stand watching him last year, I actually could stand listening to him because whenever he spoke facts. Yeah.
The only thing on that, what Alan said tonight is there's got to be a reaction from it, or otherwise it's just empty fucking words, and I can't have people coming out with chest and being these big speeches and sit and saying if nothing changes next on Saturday.
Yeah, it's empty promises, empty words. Like, what's the fucking point?
Say it, mean it, own it, make your apology count, and do something about it. Otherwise, you're just going to get an apology next week, and you end up like United, where they're just apologising all the time on social media, and I fucking hate that.
Well, this
don't
guy
apologise, or just fucking do something about it.
This guy's saying that Pep's presser wrote. I don't think it was. He basically said we're absolutely dog shit. If I find a Pep comment from before that I put up on screen, bro, yeah. By the way, we're playing Salford. I think Salford must have won their game. They had a game before. They must have won it. No, I don't think he is. Look at what Pep said here, brother. Yeah. We have the feeling that everything is going wrong. I don't think that's rose-coloured glasses denial. Do you?
I mean, by now, right, you should know Pep's never going to throw anyone under the bus in the press conferences ever.
No, but you can't say he's fucking...
Yeah, no, but he's never going to do it. He'll obviously never... He'll tell bullshit just so the media shut up. Whereas
No, but I'm saying to this guy in the chat who just said Pep's denying everything and saying rose-tinted. I'm saying Pep's just come out and said everything's going wrong in many different ways. I don't think that's denial. I think he's fucking been pretty honest there. And basically, what he's saying here is AKA, we're shit. That's basically what he's saying there. So I don't think that guy in the chat is correct. Oh, by the way, yeah, we need to speak about this more. Maybe not tonight. We'll speak about another night, yeah, because we've been on for ages. But we will speak about this maybe tomorrow. Because the lack of Nunes in this team is crazy. Yeah, and I've heard Nobbins speak about this. Nobbins has said this whole system that we're playing, it does heavily rely on Nunes being a serious player in this team. And we've lost him, yeah, and fucking now he's shit. So we need Nunes back. Apparently Nunes is going to be back for the weekend anyway, which is positive. Big up Jace, who says, for a guy the size of Haaland, he sure does annoy me when it comes to challenges. He gets bullied a lot and he seems not to do anything about it. I know. That's what I was saying before, bro, and I was fucking ranting. Fucking take someone out, bro. Take a yellow card. You don't get booked anyway. I get it if it's a right back pull, Pierre, or centre back or CDM, because they can't be getting stupid yellow cards, man. Because
Haaland can be thrown at getting a booking every game.
That's what I'm saying. Haaland can go, right, you know what, lads? Today I'm taking someone out, taking a booking. I've got no bookings on my name. I'm not going to get suspended. I won't do anything stupid. I won't get myself sent off, but I'm taking him out because I need to get fucking fired.
Give a few free kicks away, make yourself a bit of a unit up front and get involved a bit. Like Roy Keane says, go out there and smash one and make yourself feel better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Apparently we're 7th. What the hell?
As it ended, as the game's ended tonight, are they all done? They will be finished. Let's have a look at the league table, see where we've ended up tonight.
Okay. Get it up now, bro. What? How can we be 7th?
Paris Saint-Germain have been beat, apparently, haven't they?
What? Have they been beat?
Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck? Oh, no, there's some games tomorrow, though, remember?
Yeah, but even if the one's tomorrow, we're not going to drop so far out of it. We'll probably end up 9th or 10th, maybe.
Yeah, so let me have a look at the fixtures here, yeah? Live score tomorrow, right? Atalanta are playing Athletic Bilbao. Where Atletico Bilbao?
Right,
that's not looking good. Yeah, that's not great. Atlanta at home as well. That's an L.
Not necessarily, mate.
No, yeah, it's not looking good though. Atletico Madrid are playing Galatasaray at Galatasaray. So you never know. Galatasaray at home.
That stinks of a draw.
Yeah, that's maybe not too bad. Yeah, draw would be a good result there. Liverpool are playing Marseille. Trust me, yeah, I watched Marseille against Real Madrid at Madrid, and Marseille was 6. So don't even just say that Marseille won't do nothing there, yeah, because Marseille has got some ballers in that team.
And then you got like Newcastle and Chelsea.
Chelsea
is a guaranteed win.
Yeah, Chelsea are playing
PSV. You can see Newcastle losing against PSV. It's one of them. You just don't know, mate. So Barca as well. Barcelona.
But then, of course, then you
so it's not. Listen,
we might still scam.
We still. I reckon we'll be finishing tomorrow in 10th.
We might still scam. We might scam the top.
Yeah, we still might get through, because at the end of the day, if we win our last game and puts on 16 points, all those teams above us aren't going to win all next week.
Yeah, no, we could potentially scam it.
Goals.
Yeah, we definitely need to beat fucking thingy though.
I'll tell you what, mate. The amount of luck we've run in results recently. If we get another week where we've been absolutely shit and still end up in the same place, I don't know. It's mad.
I know, man. Right, let me finish these chats and we get out of here. Bill LB says, I'm really worried Arsenal might win the quad. Bro, I said this to my mate the other day. I said they might just shit out a fucking mad season, mate.
I mean, if they win the quad, mate, I might generally stop watching football.
Yeah.
I might just do it on the accounts and just go off into the distance. And
we could stop them in the fucking Carabao Cup final if we don't.
Yeah, but I generally might just say, put one last tweet out and never do anything on social media again.
Bro, that would be too funny. Craig says, Pep will decide for himself if it's time to leave. He said multiple times, if he feels he can't do the job or has lost the players, he will walk. He has said that, Craig. Facts, he has. Will it be this summer? I don't know. I hope not, by the way. I fucking hope he can get these players going again and stay, because he's fucking best manager we've ever had and the best manager we'll ever have. Yeah, but obviously everything comes to an end at some point, don't we? Big up, Craig, man. Big up, fan club again says Pep is the reason half the players signed for City. Got another good point. Another good point, mate. Citizen says Haaland can score 2 goals off a corner and cut back the pass. I don't know. How many goals has Haaland scored off a corner? Probably scored like 3 goals off a corner.
And considering we're the worst set piece team in the whole of world football.
Yeah. Our set pieces are shit. Right.
Again, is it?
Yeah. Although I'll tell you something about Max Lane. He fucking gets on a few headers, doesn't he, on corners? He score a few goals, you know. Wherever he goes, he'll score a few goals, Lane, you know. He will, because he wins a lot of headers, man.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. He should have scored one tonight. That was at 0-0 as well, you know. How different again. If you put that in the back of the net, how different's that fucking game? You go 1-0 up. Yeah, you know. I think his header against United, was that at 0-0? The one was cleared off the line. I think it was, wasn't it? That was stopped by Lemens and Dalot. I think it was. Pep used to pride himself on that midfield. He made it the most vital part of every team he's ever had. Now he couldn't care less. He's lost his way, says Kerry.
Fucking very harsh. Couldn't care less. He's harsh.
Yeah, he obviously does.
He's been without the best midfield in the world football for pretty much 18 months.
Yeah, he obviously does care, but like, you know, he's just, the midfield, man. The midfield is just fucked, bro. The defense is just all fucked. As Pep said, we've got problems everywhere. I'll be up to Foggy. Cheers, man. Cheers, chat. Appreciate the sorry, I'm fucking slow, man. You know, when we're getting these rants and we're fucking going back and forth, sometimes fucking takes us a while. But yeah, there you go, man. Big up to everybody. We're shit. We lost again. 2 wins in 7. It's not, at the end of the day, we can still resolve this. It's not terminal. But it has to start against Wolves. Like, if we don't beat Wolves, we can't be sitting there going, oh, don't worry, guys. We go again next week. Nah. Like, we've got to fix this. The players know it. I'm happy to hear what Haaland said after the game. He's taking responsibility. Yeah? Come on.
We've got an infection, and the antibiotics need to kick in quick, because otherwise it's going to spread, and then it's game over.
Yeah, because, bro, you think it's toxic now. If we don't beat Wolves,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. God forbid if we don't. Yeah.
And then you won't be able to sit here against Wolves and say we ain't got a problem then.
I will, but I still won't be as bad. I'm running out of ways. I've said tonight, I'm running out of ways to defend things. I understand. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, if you come in here one day and I'm saying it's done, then you know we're fucking it's done.
There you go, man. Listen, big up chat, man. I'll redirect you to JJ's live. Big up Toe says City would be the best counter-attack team in the world. It could be, you know, with Semenyo. I think Semenyo it could help us, man, you know, in that regard. We'll have to see if he changes his tactics. He did say he's going to change the dynamic, whatever that means. We'll find out against Wolves. But I'd imagine expect something different and expect something maybe a little bit crazy. Yeah.
I think we're going to get field goal factor on Saturday. Gay's going to start. Semenyo's going to play.
Gay needs to start. I'd start Semenyo left wing, you know. Get him in his proper fucking position. I don't know if it is.
You know what? I'd play him on the right, man. I'm happy to see Marmoush start if Doku's not fit.
Okay. But I think we need to see something different. We need to see something fresh. And he said tonight after the game, we're going to see a different dynamic, man. So, yeah, there we go. Anyway, lads, I'm going to wrap it up there, man. Fucking hell, I've been live since fucking 4:45, mad. Yeah, big up to Pulpy for jumping on. Shout out to Elliot, who was on for a bit before his stream crashed. Jay's live now, so I'll send you over there. And, yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow, man. See you in a bit.